Right, the heights of a group of sixth formers are normally distributed. The average height is 172 centimeters and the standard deviation is 4. Find the probability that a randomly selected student is A. less than 170 centimeters, B. between 169 and 173 centimeters, C. more than 171 centimeters. If there's 64 students in the sixth form, how many can you expect to have a height more than 171 centimeters? So if we let x be the random variable, the height of the sixth form of a sixth former, then x is normally distributed with a mean of 172 and standard deviation of 4, or variance of 4 squared. These are the mean and the variance. The variance squared is the standard deviation. The variance, is the standard deviation squared. So the mean mu is 172 and the standard deviation is 4, and that's these two values we need for our GDC. In the first case, we're asked to find whether the probability is that the height is less than 170. So we want the probability that x is less than 170. Now it's always a good idea to draw a little diagram. So the mean is 172, it's in the middle. The standard deviation is 4. 170 is going to be somewhere over here somewhere. So we'll draw that. And we want less than, so we shade to the left of that line. That gives us sort of a visual representation about what we're doing. Then if we go to our GDC, and press a calculation mode, and go to menu, select number 5 probability, and then number 5 distribution, and then we want to use normal CDF. You're never going to use normal PDF. Select that. Right. What does this mean? Well, this means that minus infinity, it goes right down to the lowest possible value. So this is minus infinity. In here we want to put the upper bound, which is 170. We need to change the mean to 172, and the standard deviation is 4. And this is why we needed to remember the standard deviation, the mean and the standard deviation. We press OK and we get an answer of 0.308537. So returning to this, here's the screenshot of what I just done. We get an answer of 0. You should always write down a few values first. 30853 from the GDC, and then round that off so that 5 will make that 8 a 9. So we get a final answer of 0.309. to 3 significant figures. Now we want x to be between 169 and 173, which we write like that. This means x is more than 169 but less than 173. It doesn't matter if it's equal to as well. Again, drawing a diagram, so I mean at 172, standard deviation at 4. 169 is over here, down here, and 173 will be this side of the middle. So we want to find that shaded region there. So going to my GDC, in order not to get confused, I'm just going to do a new one. So calculation mode, menu, 5 probability, 5 distribution, CDF, and I need to put in lower bound now 169, and the upper bound I need to put in 173. The mean needs to be 172, and the standard deviation needs to be 4. Press OK and we get an answer of 0.37207. Write screenshots, write down a full calculated value, and then a value rounded off to 3 significant figures. So that 0 has no effect on the 2, so it becomes 0.372. Finally, we wanted the probability to be bigger than 171. Again, if we draw our normal distribution, okay, 171 is over here, and we want more than, so we shade that bit. So we want from 171 to plus infinity, which we put right as 9E999 on our GDC. So going to our GDC, so in order not to be confused, I'll just do a new one. So calculation mode, menu, 5 probability, number 5 distributions, normal CDF. Right, so I want in the top bound to be 9. Now EE is this button over here on the GDC, and put in 999. Okay, we need to change this one to 171, and we can get the mean to be 172 and the standard deviation to be 4. Press OK and we get an answer of 0.598706. There's a screenshot. Okay, and then round off, that's like 7 will make that 8 and 9, so we get 0.599. So we now want to know how many of the 64 sixth formers will have a height more than 171. So it's an estimation. So to do that calculation, you need to take the probability of being bigger than 171. So take the whole calculator value and then multiply it by 64. So if we go back to our calculator and then just press times, that'll take the answer times 64. Press enter and we get 38.317, which rounded off becomes 38, approximately 38 students. We can expect to have a height bigger than 171 if we use this normal distribution model. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've understood.